What happens when one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces keeps getting mistaken for someone else? You'd think that 2 Oscars, blockbuster films, and a career spanning nearly 2 decades would make Emma Stone unmistakable. But as it turns out, even an A-lister can't escape the occasional identity mix-up. The La La Land and Poor Things star recently admitted that she's constantly being mistaken for another famous Emma. None other than Harry Potter actress Emma Watson. Speaking on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, Stone laughed as she revealed, "It's always Emma Watson." She says it happens so frequently, she's almost come to expect it. But as amusing as it sounds, the story has people asking, how does one of the most recognizable women in Hollywood keep getting confused for someone else? Emma Stone and Emma Watson share more than just a first name. They're both critically acclaimed actresses who found fame at a young age. But physically and stylistically, they couldn't be more different. Stone, with her signature red hair and raspy voice, rose to fame through roles that balanced charm with emotional depth, from Easy A to The Amazing Spider-Man. Watson, on the other hand, became a global icon as Hermione Granger before transforming into a respected activist and performer. Yet, despite their different paths, people seem to blur the two together. Some fans speculate it's the shared Emma connection. Others think it's a case of Hollywood shorthand, where people remember the name but not the face. This case of mistaken identity might sound strange, but it's far from unique in Hollywood. From Jesse Plemons and Matt Damon to Amy Adams and Isla Fisher, celebrity look-alike confusion is practically a pop culture pastime. Still, in Stone's case, the mix-ups don't stop at Emma Watson. In one particularly hilarious moment, she shared how a fan once mistook her for a completely different actress, and not even one from her generation. The day after her 28th birthday, while attending a performance at Carnegie Hall, Stone was approached by a man who wanted a photo. When she politely declined, he snapped, "All right, well, I loved you on Will and Grace." That's right, he thought she was Debra Messing. For context, Debra Messing, beloved for her role as Grace Adler on the long-running sitcom Will and Grace, is more than 20 years older than Stone. Laughing as she told the story, Emma said, "Swear to God, he thought I was Debra Messing." The memory clearly stuck, so much so that her friend Noah still jokingly calls her Debra to this day. It's been nearly a decade since that moment, and she says she'll probably never live it down. These kinds of interactions highlight just how strange fame can be. One minute, you're walking the red carpet in couture, and the next, someone thinks you're their favorite sitcom star from the early 2000s. Despite the humor of it all, there's something oddly revealing about these repeated cases of mistaken identity. Fame can feel all-encompassing from the outside, but for those who live it, it's filled with bizarre moments that remind them they're just people, and that public perception is unpredictable. Emma Stone has long been praised for her humility and sense of humor, qualities that seem to make these encounters more amusing than annoying. She's never taken herself too seriously, and this easygoing attitude might be what allows her to laugh off these mix-ups instead of bristling at them. Beyond the laughs, Emma Stone's career is soaring once again. Fresh off her second Oscar win for Poor Things, she's reuniting with director Yorgos Lanthimos for a new dark comedy titled Bugonia. Early buzz suggests the film could be another award season hit, and Stone's performance is already earning praise for its complexity and daring. Industry analysts say her collaboration with Lanthimos has become one of the most artistically fruitful partnerships in modern cinema, reminiscent of Scorsese and DiCaprio, or Burton and Depp. It's a testament to Stone's ability to reinvent herself, from comedy to drama, from indie darlings to box office hits. So, will Emma Stone ever escape being mistaken for Emma Watson? Probably not. But does she care? Probably even less. What's more important is how she continues to define herself as one of Hollywood's most versatile and enduring stars. And let's not forget, both Emmas have carved their own unique paths, symbolizing different but equally powerful versions of success. In a way, the confusion between them almost feels poetic. Two actresses, both admired for intelligence, talent, and strength, being mixed up might simply show how both have become fixtures of the same generation's cinematic memory. Still, Stone's easygoing reaction underscores a broader truth about celebrity culture in 2025. In an age of constant exposure, viral moments, and endless streaming content, even the biggest stars blur together in the public eye. Viewers might know their movies, but confuse their faces, names, or even careers. It's a reflection of how pop culture moves faster than ever, where an actor can go from an Oscar podium to a meme overnight. And for Stone, who has always navigated fame with grace and humor, these moments only add to her relatable appeal. She's glamorous, but grounded, and her fans love her for it. As Emma Stone's latest film, Begonia, hits theaters this Halloween weekend, there's no doubt her name will be everywhere once again, hopefully spelled and remembered correctly this time. Whether she's mistaken for Emma Watson, Deborah Messing, or anyone else, Stone continues to prove that identity in Hollywood isn't about who people think you are, but what you do with your craft. And in that sense, she's unmistakable. With 2 Oscars, countless acclaimed roles, and a charm that refuses to fade, Emma Stone remains one of the brightest stars of her generation, no matter what name people happen to call her.